Hello everyone and welcome to our Christmas special. I'm Ron Carpenter, your host, and tonight is being brought to you by the North Andover Festival Committee and our friends at North Andover CAM. Well, here we are at the North Andover Common and we're capping off what everyone would agree has certainly been quite an uncommon year. And our goal tonight over the next 3 hours is to lift your spirits and bring some great holiday cheer to you and your family at home. We're going to hear from the Old Town Carolers in just a moment, but to start us off, let's bring in the North Andover High School Band to take us on a musical sleigh ride.
Hi everyone, this is North Andover Selectman Phil DiCollegiero reading to you tonight The Night Santa Fell Asleep, which is a pretty cool book because it was written right here in North Andover by our resident, Katie Larson. It's written by Katie Larson and illustrated by Eva Rodriguez. Time for bed, say Mom and Dad. We rush right up the stairs. It's 9 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Let's grab our teddy bears. I can't sleep, says little Kate. I have butterflies in my tummy. I sure hope Santa likes our treats. They're so warm and yummy. The clock strikes 12, the house is still, the trees lit nice and bright. A jolly laugh and jingling bells sure give the dog a fright. Santa steps into the chimney, sliding down feet first, ready for warm cookies and some milk to quench his thirst. He places all the presents underneath the sparkly tree, moving very swiftly so the children will not see. Santa Claus is sleepy from his trip around the globe. A few more stops, then he'll head home to slippers and his robe. Santa sinks into the chair to take a little break, grabbing milk and cookies and a slice of carrot cake. He shuts his eyes to take a nap But soon the lights come on. Santa, you're asleep. Oh, do you know it's almost dawn? Sam and Kate, I need your help. I have presents in the sleigh. I made my way around the world, except the USA. Let's go, jump in, please help me out. We'll do our very best. We'll navigate the USA from East Coast to the West. The reindeer have been waiting, and all 9 are set to fly. Kate and I jump in the front. The sleigh will graze the sky. From New England down to Florida, and all the states between, we deliver Christmas presents wrapped in shiny red and green. A fast turn to the left, and through the fields of the Midwest, Santa and his reindeer do what each year they do best. Over the Rockies, through the clouds, heading to the coast, flying high in wintry skies is what Kate and I love most. No time for breaks, laughs Santa Claus. The sleigh sails up and down, bringing gifts to boys and girls in every state and town. 6 more states, a few more stops, then Santa will be done. He never could have finished without 3 instead of 1. Hawaii is the final place where we deliver toys. Presents now around the world for all the girls and boys. It's time to get back home before Mom and Dad wake up. We're speeding through the morning sky with hot cocoa in a cup. Ho, ho, ho! The laughter and the jingles startled Mom right out of bed. Dad sits up and stares at me. What's that on your head? It was a hat. Ah. And that's the end of Katie Larson's book, The Night Santa Fell Asleep. So thanks for joining, and I hope that everybody in town, especially all you little boys and girls, have a great holiday season.
Hi everyone, we'd like to wish you very happy holidays from Old Town Carolers.
Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. We are not daily beggars that beg from door to door, but we are neighbors' children whom you have seen before. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. God bless the master of this house, likewise the mistress too, and all the little children that round the table go. Love and joy come to you, and through you your wassail too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing, rejoice all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schläft, einsam wacht, nur das traute hochheilige Paar. Holde Knabe im lockigen Haar, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe, schlaf in himmlischer Ruhe.
One and two.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room.
And heaven and nature
And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills, and plains
repeat the sounding
repeat
joy.
the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy.
Number 6.
Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Hither, page, and stand by me, if thou know'st it telling. Yonder peasant, who is he? Where and what his dwelling?
So he lives a goodly hands underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence, by St. Agnes fountain.
Bring me flesh and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither. Thou and I will see him dine, when we bear them hither. Page and monarch forth they went, Forth they went together, through the rude wind's wild lament, and the bitter weather.
Silent night is darker now, and the wind blows stronger. There's my heart, I know not how, I can go no longer.
Mark my footsteps, my good page, tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rage, freeze thy blood less coldly.
In his master's steps he trod, where the snow lay dinted. It was in the very sod which the saint had printed. Therefore, Christian men, be sure, wealth or rank possessing, ye who now will bless the poor, shall yourselves find blessing.
Number 8. One and two. One and two.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire heavenly song? Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Number 10. One and two. One and two.
Bring a torch, Jeanette, Isabella, bring a torch to the cradle run. It is Jesus, good folk of the village, Christ is born, and Mary's calling up. Ah, beautiful is the mother, beautiful is her son. It is wrong when the child is sleeping, it is wrong to talk so loud. Silence all as you gather around, lest your noise should waken Jesus. Hush, hush, see how fast he slumbers. Hush, hush, see how fast he sleeps.
Number 12. One and two. One and two.
It came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their hearts of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from hands King. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. Still through the cloven skies they come, with peaceful wings unfurled, and still their heavenly music floats o'er all the weary world. Above its sad and lowly plains, they bend on hovering wing, and ever o'er its babel sounds the blessed angels sing.
Number 13, 1 and 2.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With the angelic host proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Christ by highest heaven adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time behold him come, offspring of the Virgin's womb. Veiled in flesh the Godhead see, hail the incarnate deity. Pleased as man with man to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Day or two ago I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank and we got upside. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the drum is wide, go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing a sleighing song. Just get up off your nag, 240 for his speed, and hitch him to an open sleigh, and crack, he'll take the lead. Jingle, 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 jingle all the way, oh way, oh, oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle, 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 jingle all the way, oh way, oh, oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our Heavenly Father a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, how that in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Now to the Lord sing praises, all you within this place, and with true love and brotherhood each other now embrace. This holy tide of Christmas all other doth deface. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
15. 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing with exultations, sing all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Number 16. 1 and 2.
We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Born born a king on Bethlehem's plain. Gold I bring to crown him again. King forever, ceasing never, over us all to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
70. 1 and 2.
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east, beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Number 18.
O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. Du grünst nicht nur zur Sommerzeit, nein, auch im Winter, wenn es schneit. O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. O Christmas tree, how faithful are thy branches. O Christmas tree, how faithful are thy branches. Not only green when summer closed, but in the winter when it snows. O Christmas tree, how faithful are thy branches. Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings of Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings of Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding, now bring us some figgy pudding, now bring us some figgy pudding and bring it out here. For we all love figgy pudding, we all love figgy pudding, we all love figgy pudding, so bring some out here. And we won't go, won't go, won't go, won't go, and we won't go till we got some, so bring some out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin, good tidings of Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year.
As we continue here down from the Common, we'll be hitting that switch and bringing you a truly uncommon tree lighting ceremony in just a bit. And of course, we're going to be hearing from some of our great members of the festival committee on what it takes to put all of this together. But right now, we're going to go back to the North Andover High School Band, who is going to bring us the Christmas Festival.
Hi, everybody. It's Senator DeZoglio here. Hope you're having a great winter so far. And I'm really excited today because I have this amazing book. It is called The 12 Days of Christmas. And I know that a lot of you know the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, but I don't know that I've ever seen a book that's actually named after the song. So I'm excited to see what's going on in here. It looks like it's going to be a fun read. And happy that you're all here to join along with me. So let's get started. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and, you guessed it, a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the eighth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the ninth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. I think this is the last and final day of Christmas. If you know it, you can say it along. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. And there they all are. Everyone who is part of the 12 days of Christmas. And that was a great story. Thanks so much for hanging out today.
Hi, this is Jeff Coco, co-chair of the North Andover Festival Committee.
I'm Sharon Coco, member of the Festival Committee.
We'd like to welcome you all to our event here. We're doing a virtual tree lighting this year, unlike what we normally do, but hopefully in the future we can bring it back better than ever. We are hoping that everything calms down. We can get back with our usual events, such as the Breakfast with Santa, the parade, the tree lighting, 4th of July, all of the things that we normally do here. We'd like to get back in shape again and have everything as traditional as possible. But for now, we'd just like to welcome you all to our virtual tree lighting and hope it brings a little bit of brightness to your holiday. And I'd like to personally say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody out there. And thank you for the support you give the Festival Committee, and we'd love to have you on the Festival Committee with us. Thank you.
I wish you much joy this holiday season and the happiest and healthiest of New Year's. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Holiday Stroll and Parade of Trees, a virtual event from the Stevens Coolidge Place. Local community organizations and businesses have stepped forward to sponsor and trim trees to provide much-needed joy for the holiday season at the Holiday Stroll and Parade of Trees at the Stevens Coolidge Place in North Andover. In the spirit of giving, this community event includes a food drive for neighbors in need. Due to COVID regulations and concerns for both visitor and staff safety, the attendance was limited and the event sold out. We are pleased to bring this virtual tour of the event so the greater community could enjoy the stroll via their television or computer. In a unique twist this year, visitors were asked to vote for their favorite decorated tree by bringing canned goods. All canned goods will be donated to neighbors in need to help our neighbors enjoy a holiday meal. Please enjoy the virtual tour.
You're joining us on North Andover Common for a very special 2020 Christmas lighting special. I'm your host, Ron Carpenito, and tonight is being brought to you by the North Andover Festival Committee and North Andover CAM. Now, before we go too far forward with the program, let's take a look back at last year's tree lighting ceremony.
I want you all to hang out, enjoy the rest of this festival tonight. Take in the holiday spirit. Make sure you eat up some free cookies and cocoa over there by our volunteer tent. We love it. And a big thank you, of course, to all our town officials, the Board of Selectmen, the DPW, the Emergency Management Team, the Police Department, and the Fire Department for being part of this wonderful event and helping us out. Skip is ready. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail rings, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Well, hello again, and thanks for tuning in to our very special tree lighting presentation right here down on North Andover Town Common, brought to you by the North Andover Festival Committee and North Andover CAM. I'm your host tonight, Ron Carpenito. Now, the excitement is building to flip that power switch and get that tree lit and get everyone some Christmas cheer and holiday spirit going in our community tonight. More holiday cheer clearly on tap this evening, and courtesy right now of our longtime North Andover CAM member, Rob Moylan, who's brought us many classics over the years. Take it away, Rob.
Hi everyone, my name is Rob. Welcome and good evening. I'd like to share with you this evening some very nice Christmas songs, so if you want to sit back and relax, it'd be my pleasure to share the time with you. I'd like to start off with a song that's called It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. It was recorded in 1951 from a musical titled Here's Love written by Meredith Wilson. It's been recorded by various artists, most of all recently popular artists being Johnny Mathis. Hope you enjoy the song.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, toys in every store. But the prettiest sight you'll see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is a wish of Bonnie and Ben. A doll that can talk and go for a walk is a hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that'll make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is a wish, Bonnie and Ben. A doll that can talk and go for a walk is a hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that'll make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. And the thing that'll make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Our next song would be We Need a Little Christmas, and don't we always, huh? It's the nicest time of the year. This next song I'd like to share with you is called We Need a Little Christmas. It's from a Broadway musical in 1966 titled Mame. And out of that show came the popular Christmas Standard, written by Jerry Herman.
Pull out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stockings, I may be rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry. Climb down the chimney, turn on the brightest string of lights I've ever seen. Slice up the fruitcake, it's time we've hung some tinsel on that evergreen bough. For I've grown a little leaner, grown a little older, grown a little sadder, grown a little colder, and I need a little angel sitting on my shoulder. I need a little Christmas now. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the rafters, and we need a little snappy, happy ever after. We need a little Christmas now. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the rafters, and we need a little snappy, happy ever after. We need a little Christmas now.
The next song I'd like to share is called The Christmas Waltz. This was written in 1954. It was written originally for Frank Sinatra by Sammy Cahn and Julie Stein, recorded by many vocal artists, including the popular English singer Susan Boyle.
Frosted window panes, candles gleaming inside, painted candy canes on the tree. Santa's on his way, he's filled his sleigh with things things for you and for me. It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song here seems to say, Merry Christmas, may your New Year dreams come true. And this song of mine in 3/4 time wishes you and yours the same thing too. Santa's on his way, he's filled his sleigh with things for you and for me. It's that time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say, Merry Christmas, may your New Year dreams come true. And this song of mine in 3/4 time wishes you and yours the same thing too.
Our next song that we're coming up is called "O Come All Ye Faithful." Now this was written way back when, in the year of 1841. Originally it was written in Latin. It was translated later on into English, and what I'd like to do for you tonight is sing it both in English and in Latin.
O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him. O come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Adeste fideles, laeti triumphantes, venite, venite in Bethlehem. Natum videte, regem angelorum, venite adoremus, venite adoremus, venite adoremus Domino.
Next song I'd like to share with you is an oldie but goodie. It's Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Not much is known about this tune except that it was written in the year 1881 and written by Benjamin Hunley.
Jolly old St. Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm gonna say. Christmas Eve is coming soon. Now, you dear old man, whisper what you'll bring to me. Tell me if you can. When the clock is striking 12 and I'm fast asleep, down the chimney broad and black with your pack you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine'll be the shortest one, you'll be sure to know. Bobby wants a pair of skates, Susie wants a sled, Nellie wants a picture book, yellow, blue, or red. Now I think I'll leave to you what to give the rest. Choose for me, dear Santa Claus, you will know the best. Now I think I'll leave to you what to give the rest. Choose for me, dear Santa Claus, you will know
This next song I'd like to share with you is called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It was written in 1939 for Johnny Marks, but the most famous artist that you would recall doing it would be Gene Autry, who sold 12.5 million copies.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Hey Rudy, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Then how the reindeer loved him as he shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history." Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Hey Rudy, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" Then how the reindeer loved him as he shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history."
Next up, we have a wonderful song. It's called I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. It was written in 1952, commissioned by Saks Fifth Avenue, of all places, for a Christmas card promotion. Later, it became a hit recording for a very young Michael Jackson.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep down the stairs to have a peek. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. But I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. What a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. She didn't see me creep down the stairs to get a peek. She thought that I was tucked up in my bedroom fast asleep. But I saw Mommy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. What a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. What a laugh it would have been if Daddy had only seen Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night.
Thank you. This next song is really not a Christmas song, but it became seasonal, so we've incorporated in it every year. You hear it many times. It was recorded by a lot of artists, namely Dean Martin. It was written in 1949 by Carl Stigman and Peter DeRose. I hope you like it. It's called Marshmallow World.
It's a marshmallow world in the winter when the snow comes to cover the ground. It's a time for play, it's a whipped cream day. I wait for it the whole year round. Those are marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreen tree. And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. The world is your snowball, see how it goes. That's how it goes whenever it snows. The world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. It's a yum, yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar date. What if spring is late? In winter it's a marshmallow world. Those are marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreen tree. And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. The world is your snowball, see how it goes. That's how it grows whenever it snows. The world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. It's a yum, yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar date. What if spring is late? In winter it's a marshmallow world. In winter it's a marshmallow world. Oh yeah.
What I'd like to share with you right now is a hymn called "O Holy Night." It was composed in 1847 from a poem by Adolph Adam. It was recorded in various popular vocal artists, including Celine Dion, Josh Groban, and many others. Hope you enjoy it.
Holy night, the stars were brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night
Our next song is White Christmas. It was written in 1954 by Irving Berlin for a musical of the same name. The most popular versions have been done by Bing Crosby, and it sold over 100 million copies worldwide. I'm dreaming of a
and shoe. Listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you had a very nice time listening to these tunes. It was my pleasure to share them for you. Merry Christmas. Have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Through the snow we go as we continue to bring you our 2020 special tree lighting ceremony right here from the North Andover Common, brought to you by the North Andover Festival Committee and North Andover CAM. Now, this year has not been without its challenges, but our town has responded, and it's responding in force to the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, we've had some issues, and yes, we're working through it, but we're going to work through those challenges just like we did with our gas explosions or the EEE outbreak, because that's what we do here in North Andover. Now, our next performance comes from the North Andover High School, and it's the Carol of the Bells.
My name's Laura Bates. I'm a member of the Select Board, and I just wanted to wish everyone a happy and safe holiday season as we look forward to everything new and exciting in 2021. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Melissa Rodriguez, the town manager. Julia, what are we reading today?
Never let a unicorn meet a reindeer.
Written and illustrated by Diane Alber. I really wanted a reindeer for my birthday, but not just any reindeer. I wanted one of Santa's reindeer. I figured since it's summer, Santa could just have one of his reindeer come and visit, and then she could go back in time for Christmas. But there was one problem. How would I get a hold of Santa in the middle of summer? So I did the only thing I could think of. I wrote a letter. Dear Santa, I know you don't usually bring birthday presents, but I was hoping you could have one of your reindeer come visit for the summer for my birthday. That would be the best birthday present ever. Sincerely, Reindeer Fan. I quickly put it in the mailbox and hoped for the best. It was the day of my birthday. I had a reindeer party theme and even a reindeer welcome sign, but not one reindeer. Just when I thought it was hopeless, I heard a knock at the door. Could this be true? Did I actually get a reindeer? And there was a letter too. Dear Reindeer Fan, I'm so glad you wrote me. The reindeer are always looking for something to do during the summer. This is Kiki. She likes to eat carrots and listen to Christmas songs. But please, whatever you do, don't let her meet any unicorns. Sincerely, Santa. Why would Santa say such a thing? Unicorns get along with every animal. Maybe he didn't mean my unicorn? Maybe he meant wild unicorns? Within seconds, my unicorn came rushing down the hall and was face to face with Kiki. I was hoping they would be the best of friends. Unfortunately, I was so wrong. Turns out these two were very competitive. On the first day, it started with whose horns were better. The next week, they tried to see who could fly better. Not long after that, they compared their donut stacking skills. This went on all the way until December. It was driving me bananas. Then I heard an envelope fly under the door. I opened the door, but no one was there. It looked like it was another letter from Santa. Dear reindeer fan, we have a big problem, and I'm hoping you can help. There is supposed to be a big storm coming in on Christmas Eve, and usually I have one of my reindeer light the way, but I don't think it'll be enough light for the dark clouds. I'm really getting worried. If I don't come up with a solution soon, I won't be able to see where I'm going, and all the kids won't get presents. Do you have any ideas? Sincerely, Santa. Oh no, we have to help Santa. There is only a week before Christmas. What can we do? Kiki remembered how Unicorn had made her crayon scribbles sparkle so bright and how amazingly she could fly. Unicorn could help save Christmas. Kiki told Unicorn that she thought her sparkling scribbles could light the way and create a path for Santa. She hoped that Unicorn would come back to the North Pole with her. Unicorn loved the idea, and the two of them quickly flew off into the night. A week had passed, and I couldn't wait to wake up on Christmas morning. To my surprise, Unicorn and Kiki were waiting for me by the tree. I couldn't believe it. They pointed to the amazing rainbow outside and told me all about their adventures and how they saved Christmas. It seems like these two truly became best friends after all. I never found out why Santa didn't want his reindeer to meet a unicorn. Maybe it was because they were super competitive. Either way, now you know if you see a rainbow on Christmas morning, you'll know a unicorn met a reindeer. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. To the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up. Moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. little old Travis will lively equip. I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than angels, his courses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. With an obstacle mounted the sky. So up to the house bucket horses they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing pawing of each little hoof. Drew in my head, it was turning around. Down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was thrown out like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. Stuff from a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old soul. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head, and I soon knew I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. He filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laid a finger aside of his nose. He gave a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team he gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Valancourt. I'm a member of the North Andover Festival Committee. This is my son Richie, my husband Rick, and our dog Oscar. And we just wanted to say happy holidays and hope you're all happy and healthy this season and enjoy the tree lighting. Bye.
Welcome back. You're here with us on the North Andover Common for the 2020 Tree Lighting Special Presentation brought to you by the North Andover Festival Committee and North Andover CAM. Now, we're all trying our best to feel that holiday spirit here tonight, but of course we're all feeling something else, and that something else is going to be perfectly highlighted by the North Andover Band right now as they perform musical highlights from the movie Frozen.
is Kathleen Varga, and I'm a member of the Festival Committee for North Andover. And I just want to take a moment to wish you and your family and your loved ones a very happy and healthy holiday. This year may not have turned out the way we had hoped, but we have a chance to try again in 2021. So please stay safe and take a moment to reflect and enjoy all of the beauty that we have around us as we enter into the new year. Bless.
Hi, I'm State Representative Christina Minicucci, and I'm here to read a story to you as part of the North Andover Festival Committee's holiday celebration. I chose to read The Dinosaur's Night Before Christmas, which was a big favorite in my house. The Dinosaur's Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the hall not a creature was stirring, there was no sound at all. The fossils were standing where they always stood, looking out o'er a now fast asleep neighborhood. And across the wide street, a small boy tucked in tight wished the museum's dinosaurs all a good night. But just as the boy was beginning to doze, an unusual clatter of noises arose. Such a racket of creaking sounds filled the boy's head that he woke with a start and sat straight up in his bed. Peering out his window, he saw, clear as day, that the dinosaur fossils were starting to sway. Back and forth the bones shook on their pins and their stands, swinging necks, bending knees, and outstretching their hands. And believe it or not, it was certainly true that the dinosaurs' bodies were growing anew, sprouting rainbows of colorful feathers and scales from the tops of their heads to the tips of their tails. So fantastic a scene, the boy had to see more, so he dashed down the stairs and right out his front door. With no care about snowdrifts that covered the street, the boy hurried across it in just his bare feet. And by luck, the boy found the museum unlocked, so he raced to the dinosaur floor. Then he stopped, for he suddenly thought, could a room full of beasts who for millions of years have had nothing to eat find a small bite-sized boy so delicious a sight that they'd forgo a friendship for sheer appetite? And just then, from behind the boy came a loud hiss as a large toothy mouth seized the boy with a kiss. A T-Rex who was wearing a wreath on his head, eating handfuls of pterosaur-shaped gingerbread, in an ambush had caught the small boy, don't you know, standing right below the dinosaur's mistletoe. With a pat on the back and a cup of eggnog, the boy helped the kind dinosaurs light their Yule log, and together they joyfully danced round the fire, singing holiday songs in melodious choir. Then a band of young duckbills, all dressed up in holly, invited the boy with a gesture quite jolly to stand upon their heads and reach way out far and top their tall tree with a bright Christmas star. From a distance, the soft twinkling sound of sleigh bells echoed through the large hall as a booming voice swelled, calling Bronto and Maya and Steggy and Packy, on Tritops and Raptor, on Rexy and Bracky. And cheers rang out as through the window appeared Santasaurus with sleigh pulled by 8 dino deer. Handing out gift-wrap packages to every beast, Santasaurus swooped down and then headed due east. But the boy, catching hold as the sled sailed by, hitched a ride home with Santasaur through the night sky. Landing safe in his bed on soft pillows of down, the boy waved as the Santasaur flew over town. And the Santasaur said, as he sped out of sight, There's a dinosaur ball every Christmas Eve night. Shining rays from the morning sun on Christmas Day made the nighttime festivities fade fast away. But the folks at the museum all wanted to know why the T-Rex was holding a sprig of mistletoe. The end.
The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
We're just a few minutes away from the big moment taking place right here on North Andover Common with our 2020 tree lighting ceremony. So stick with us, don't go anywhere, because when we get back, it's about to get really, really bright around here.
Hi everyone, my name is Neil Hamill. I am co-chair of the festival committee, also on emergency management. I'd like to wish everybody a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. And also, I would like anyone who's out there listening, please, we need volunteers. The volunteers is what the parade, sheep shearing, and 4th of July all comes together with volunteers. If you would like to volunteer, please go down to Town Hall. It's simple. Fill out that little application, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Corey Friedman. I'm a senior from the North Andover High School, and I'm going to be switching up a little bit. I'm going to sing a Hanukkah song for you. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, and they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, and they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Hi, my name is Rosemary Connolly Smedili, and I'd like to read you a story that was written by my son Ryan when he was in the 2nd grade. Ryan now is a grown man, but this story was so special and touched my heart and a few others who also read it that I'd like to share it with you. Just remember, this was written by a 2nd grader, so a little boy, and it's titled December. Once a boy and a girl became homeless, but they got used to it. They worked hard to survive being homeless. Soon it became December. They were really looking forward to Christmas. The town was having a party at the church, and homeless or not, everybody could go. And everyone was to bring a present, but they didn't have anything to give. They looked and they looked, but there was nothing to give. They had no money, food, or drink. So they decided to not bring a present. But all of a sudden, at that moment, it silently popped into their heads. They remembered that pines were a very good gift, but they were so old. I guess the pines would sometimes dry out, but it was the only thing to give. So they put on their torn sweaters and they were off to the woods. They finally got there, and they got so many they barely could hold them. When they were at the church, at the very second they walked in, the pines became a beautiful Christmas tree for everyone to see. And the people of the church gathered around the little boy and the little girl, and they took care of them with their gifts and their love and took care of their family. So I hope you enjoy this little story from a little boy who was in the 2nd grade. And maybe the children out there might like to write a little story of their own that can express, whether it be true or something that they thought would be a great idea, about the true meaning of Christmas. And gifts, whether they be large or small, they come from the heart, and sometimes even a miracle can happen where worn pines can turn into a beautiful Christmas tree for all to enjoy. Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy Hanukkah, and best wishes for a Happy New Year.
Hi, this is Jeff Coco again from the North Andover Festival Committee. We'd like to call your attention to something different that we did this year. In light of the tragedy and the terrible year that we've had with COVID, we thought it would be appropriate to put a wreath on the common in memory of those that we lost. We thought it'd be a nice little touching thing to do so that we can all acknowledge all the hardship that our town has experienced during this period, and hopefully we'll see brighter days ahead and better times.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone, we're so excited. The time has come. We're about to turn things over to the North Andover Festival Committee. They're down in front of the tree and they're ready for the big countdown. North Andover Festival Committee, take it away.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas! Happy Holidays!
Hi, this is State Representative Trom Nguyen. I want to thank the North Andover Festival Committee for organizing this virtual reading and for inviting me to be a part of it. Today, I will be reading The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. Let's get started. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Look how high it is. That's all the snow there. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. Have you ever tried walking like this? He walked with his toes pointing in like that. Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks, just like that. And he found something sticking out of the snow that would make a new track. Do you see that? What do you think it could be? It was a stick. A stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. He's smacking the tree there. Down fell the snow, pop, on top of Peter's head. Oh, look how silly that is. And Peter walking away. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. There's Peter there, and look at the boys, their snowball fight. So he made a smiling snowman. Oh, look at the snowman there. And he made angels. He pretended that he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great, big, tall, heaping mountain of snow. And he slid all the way down. Sledding is fun, right? He picked up a handful of snow and another, and still another. He packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. That's his mom helping him out here. I'm sure your moms help you with your socks as well. And he thought and thought and thought about them. That's Peter with his bath and his rubber ducky. Before he got into bed, he looked into his pocket. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. He felt very sad. Oh, look at Peter, he's sad. While he slept, he dreamt that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up, his dream was gone. The snow was still everywhere. New snow has fallen. After breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall, and they went out together into the deep, deep snow. The end. I hope you've enjoyed this book, and I hope that you and your family will have a wonderful holiday season. Stay healthy and take care.
Hi, my name is Max Campion. I'm part of the North Andover High School Choir, and I'm here to sing some Christmas songs for you today. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul. He had a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, and the people know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump over the hills of snow.
Hello, good evening my friends. Tonight we're going to read the story of The Christmas Pickle. The Christmas Pickle by Aldous Bunting. Christmas is a wonderful time of year where families all over the world celebrate with their favorite traditions. One of these is the tradition of the Christmas pickle. A small pickle-shaped ornament is hidden on the tree, and on Christmas morning, the first person to find it receives a special gift. It's an important job, but for one Christmas pickle, it was always caused a bit of a problem. He wanted nothing more than to meet his hero, the big man himself, Santa Claus. Every year he would wait patiently, hoping Santa would find him, but he was always too well hidden at the back of the tree. He couldn't stand the thought of going another year without seeing Santa. He decided this year would be different. If Santa can't find me, he thought, I'll go to him. His plan was perfect. He would wait until everyone had gone to sleep on Christmas Eve. Then, when the house was quiet, the Christmas pickle would make his way to the front of the tree. That night, when the house fell quiet and the sounds of the celebration could no longer be heard, the Christmas pickle prepared to make his journey to the front of the tree. All right, the time is now, he thought. He looked at the branches and realized he had one small problem. I don't have any legs or arms. How am I going to get to the front of the tree? He began to worry. Would his journey be over before it even began? It was then that he looked up and noticed the hook he was hanging from. I might be able to use my hook to swing to the front of the tree. He began to move back and forth, building up his momentum, and then he jumped. He sailed through the air and caught the next branch with his hook. This just might work, he thought. He was making excellent progress, swinging from branch to branch. He made his way through the tree, and soon enough he was getting close to the front. He could see the glass of milk and plate of cookies left out on the table for Santa. He could see the corner of the fireplace mantel where Santa would make his grand entrance. I'm almost there, just a few more branches. He sailed through the air. As he made his final leap, his hook snagged the last branch, and then he heard a loud snap. He looked up to see that the hook had broken from all the swinging. The Christmas pickle fell through the tree. I don't have any arms, he yelled, unable to catch himself. He tumbled out of the tree, rolled down the tree skirt, and landed with a soft thud on the carpet. He looked up at the glowing lights of the tree standing above him. This was a terrible idea, he thought. I should have just stayed in my spot at the back of the tree. Why would Santa want to meet a silly old Christmas pickle anyway? Then he heard it, that familiar sound that he knew so well, sleigh bells ringing in the distance. They grew louder, and then he heard the thud of reindeer hooves on the roof. Footsteps soon followed. He's here! Santa's here! What if he's mad that I left my spot? I'd better hide. The Christmas pickle rolled to the side and tucked himself under the tree skirt. The fireplace crackled with the sound of dust falling from the chimney, and then with a whoosh, a thick cloud of soot exploded before the fireplace opening. The Christmas pickle watched as two shiny black boots stepped through the cloud and into the living room. It was really him. It was Santa Claus. Santa walked over to the milk and cookies left for him. He took a bite of a cookie and washed it down with a big gulp of milk. He turned to admire the tree and noticed something was out of place. What are you doing down there, friend? Santa wondered aloud. He bent over and picked up the Christmas pickle in his mitten-covered hand. Why aren't you in your hiding spot at the back of the tree? He asked. I'm so sorry, Santa, the pickle said. It's just that I'm your biggest fan, and I've always wanted to meet you. I thought that I could come to the front of the tree and get back to my hiding spot before morning. Then my hook broke and I fell. Santa paused for a moment and then he smiled. Well, how about that? I'll have you know I'm your biggest fan, he said. The Christmas pickle couldn't believe what he was hearing. You know who I am? The pickle asked, surprised. Of course I do, said Santa. The Christmas pickle is an important job and one of my favorite traditions. Just because I don't see you doesn't mean I don't know you're there. Santa pulled out a shiny new hook from his pocket. Now let's get you back to your hiding spot. Santa attached the new hook to the Christmas pickle and placed him back on the tree. He placed the presents around the base of the tree and walked back over to the fireplace. "Merry Christmas, friend," he said, and then he disappeared up the chimney. The Christmas pickle hung there in his hiding spot, his heart full of happiness. As soon as the sound of Santa's sleigh bells faded into the distance, he smiled. What a great night it had been. He closed his eyes to get some sleep. He knew Christmas morning would be there soon, and he had an important job to do. As he dozed off, he thought to himself, sometimes all we have to do to make wonderful things happen is take the first leap. And that is the story of the Christmas pickle. And I have my Christmas pickle right here, and I'm going to hide it behind the tree so that someone will find that Christmas pickle and get a very special surprise. Yeah, we got one. Merry Christmas to everyone and happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas everyone. Chris Nobley here, chair of our North Andover Select Board, saying have a peaceful and safe holiday season. Here we are at our lit tree, which is the light for next year. We hope that we have a safe and fruitful 2021. Take care, friends, neighbors, and all the citizens of North Andover.
Thanks again for tuning into our special tree lighting presentation and ceremony here on North Andover Common, brought to you by the North Andover Festival Committee and North Andover CAM. Well, we've just powered up our tree. The energy level is at 10. Holiday cheer is in full effect. Let's continue this great energy tonight with some more great performances.
Hi, I'm Aaron Mancanello. Me and a couple of my friends here tonight from the North Andover Choir have joined the virtual tree lighting to sing a few Christmas songs to get everyone in the Christmas spirit. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glowed. And all the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him. They all laughed and shouted with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'd go down in history.
Hi, my name is Laura Bates, and I'm the newest member of your select board. I want to wish you a happy and safe holiday season. This reading of the Christmas Magic is brought to you by the Festival Committee. Far, far north where the reindeer are, there's a snug little house with a bright red door, and in that house lives Santa Claus. Every year, just when the nights are the longest and the stars shine brightest, Santa feels a tingling in his whiskers. Then he knows that the Christmas magic will soon be here. First, Santa gathers the reindeer from the sparkling fields of snow. Come along home now, he calls to them. The magic will be here soon. In the cozy barn, Santa brushes the burrs from the reindeer's shaggy coats and treats them to parsnips and berries. Then he swings open a creaky old door that has been closed since Christmas last. Behind that door waits the big red sleigh. Santa rubs its rounded sides and the sleigh softly gleams. Then Santa lifts the harness from its hook and polishes the bells till they jingle together brightly. The reindeer raise their heads when they hear the music of the bells. Is the magic here? No, not yet, Santa tells them. It's not here yet. Inside his snug little house, Santa oils his old black boots with care. He darns the holes in his thickest wool socks. He combs his curly white beard and gives his mustache a trim. Then Santa climbs the creaky staircase to the room at the top of the house. This is the room where all the toys are kept, toys of every kind. And here too, Santa keeps a thickly bound book, and the names of all the children are written in this book. Santa runs his fingertip down the crinkling pages. One by one, he reads each child's name aloud and smiles. For Santa loves them all, and he knows what each child at heart wants most. Then he chooses a certain toy and tucks it into his creased leather sack, and always the magic draws closer. When every gift has been chosen and the pack is nearly overflowing, Santa closes the bundle up tight. All is ready. Then this deep winter's night, the stars begin to shine more brightly than ever. They fill the dark night with their flaming light. Now in their harness, the reindeer paw at the snow. They know the magic is near, very near. Santa knows too. He gazes up at the brilliant, numberless stars, and he thinks of all the children and how he loves them so. Suddenly, a warm tingling spreads from his whiskers to his soles, and around him the night begins to thrum with magic, the kind of magic that makes reindeer fly. With a shake of the reins, Santa calls to his team, "Hey, let's be off!" The reindeer pull hard at the harness and the bells begin to jingle. Soon the sleigh is speeding across the snow, and all at once Santa and the reindeer are climbing steeply through the air. Santa sees his little house glowing far below. The stars light the way above. The Christmas magic is here at last. It has come at last, as it always has and always will. I hope you enjoyed the Christmas magic as much as my boys do, and we wish you a happy holiday season. Thank you.
Favorite thing about Christmas is remembering to be grateful for everything that we have and the opportunity to focus on our friends and families we love.
Opening presents and making Santa cookies. I like spending time with family, making gingerbread houses, and I like waking up on Christmas morning and going downstairs and opening presents.
My favorite thing about Christmas is probably all the music and the lights, the family environment, coming together as one and enjoying the times together. In this time of year, it's going to be a lot harder, probably be online and not be able to see everybody like we want to, but, it's that coming together and being around family.
I like all the simple things that help bring my family together, like putting up the Christmas tree and decorating Christmas cookies. So like the peaceful, calm activities where we're just spending time together.
Favorite Christmas tradition, I would say, is fudge. That got carried down from my mom, and it's something that we continue to do and share it with family and close friends, and lots of decorating in the house and outside.
I like waking up on Christmas morning and opening presents.
We like to go as a family every year to get our Christmas tree and then spend the day decorating it and listening to Christmas carols.
On Christmas Eve, we open up all of our presents, and then on Christmas Day, we open up our stockings. It's just a European tradition that we've always been doing.
Getting into the spirit, getting ready the day after Thanksgiving, cutting down the Christmas tree as a family and decorating the house, and just constantly playing Christmas music in the house.
COVID affects I think everybody's season, not just ours. In any season right now, whether it's Christmas or like we had Halloween, just that ability to come together as a group and a family, it's, it really hurts because you don't get to see all your family, your extended family, out of state. One way, I don't have to travel anywhere, so it's great. And, getting on the road with the dog and the kids and, dealing with traffic, it's great not to have to do that. but at the same time really missing coming together as a family and just being able to share the experiences and the food and the togetherness that we all feel during the holidays. So we try to make the best of it, enjoying the company that we have in our own house with our kids and our dog, and just feeling fortunate of how lucky we are to be able to work from home.
It hasn't really been affecting our holiday season. We're a small family, and my mom lives downstairs, we live upstairs, so we're always together anyway, so it's been nice. Well, my husband's brother passed away over the summer. He was 38 from COVID, so it's changed everything. This is going to be our first Christmas without him, so it's been a rough year, and I think that's why we went a little crazy with the decorations. We just felt like after so much sadness, we just wanted to spread a little joy, and I think everyone could use a little extra light this year.
I would say with COVID, it's a lot quieter. We're keeping to ourselves, and we have a few close people in the neighborhood we're bubbling with. But it's a very quiet year, so I think lights are something that makes us happy and gets us through. I think we need them even more now, just something to bring happiness and cheer with everything that's going on.
It's been really hard for us because my family's in Michigan and I haven't seen them in nearly a year. So we can't see them this year, and they normally come and spend the week with us for Christmas. So it's been a very emotional year for us. We did it up a little bit bigger than normal because we just feel like there's not much for people to do, and people really need to have their spirits lifted. So we thought we would do a little bit of extra decorating to share with everybody.
COVID has definitely affected the holidays. It's affected our entire lives. But you got to find the positive. So it's more intentional time at home. I don't travel as much. I'm home all the time with the family. We're cooking and doing a lot of different fun things together. It's hardest not seeing loved ones and going over their houses and doing, there's traditions that have to be different this year. So it might be meeting up online, FaceTiming a lot more than we normally do, but we'll still keep Christmas in our hearts. We'll just do it different.
We're so glad to be here to bring some holiday cheer to you and to light up the night with our holiday tree in the back, all lit up and powered up to bring that energy level to a 10 here in North Andover. We're almost out of time tonight, but we have a few more performances for you. So let's take it away and spread some more Christmas cheer.
Hi, I'm Ashley Valancourt, proud resident of North Andover and a board member on a few of our town committees. Most importantly, the Festival Committee, which brings to you these various holiday read-alouds that you'll be seeing throughout social media for the next week or so. And tonight I'm going to be reading The Not Very Merry Pout Pout Fish. In a festive ocean corner, fish were decking out the reef, hanging tinsel, bows, and lights in a holiday motif. Voices laughed, voices sang, what a merry time of year. Yet a certain gloomy fish wasn't feeling any cheer. Mr. Fish, with his list, wore a Yuletide pout. I need presents for my friends, but my time is running out. For a gift should be big, and a gift should be bright, and a gift should be perfect, guaranteed to bring delight. And a gift should have meaning, plus a bit of bling zing, so I'll shop till I drop, for each just right thing. At the first store he reached, Mr. Fish's eyes grew wide. The shelves were full of baubles, how could any fish decide? Shiny trinkets, handy gadgets, choices more and more galore, and yet nothing seemed quite right. Guess I'll try the shop next door. For a gift should be big, and a gift should be bright, and a gift should be perfect, guaranteed to bring delight. And a gift should have meaning, plus a bit of bling zing, so I'll shop till I drop for each just right thing. In a tizzy-busy crowd, shoppers everywhere beside him, Mr. Fish spied a banner for the season's hottest item. He hustled-bustled over, but they just sold out. Mr. Fish's hopes wobbled in a bout of pout doubt. For a gift should be big, and a gift should be bright, and a gift should be perfect, guaranteed to bring delight. And a gift should have meaning, plus a bit of bling zing, so I'll shop till I drop for that just right thing. He reached the final store and was the very first in line, but his shopping plans were dashed where closed said the sign. There were no stores left, there was no place to go. Mr. Fish had nothing, not a single gift to show. Oh, a gift should be big and a gift should be bright, and the gift should be perfect, guaranteed to bring delight. And a gift should have meaning, plus a bit of bling zing. But I've shopped till I've plopped, and I don't have a thing. Mr. Fish's face sank in a crestfallen frown. I'll have to miss the party. I've let all my friends down. Then a gentle voice jingled, Mr. Fish, not true. All you really need to bring is the one and only you. If you want to give some presents, it's not too late to start, for the best gifts of all come straight from the heart. With the help of Miss Shimmer, sharing laughter, fun, and grins, Mr. Fish made gifts with his very own fins. Later at the party, Mr. Fish passed them out, and he felt very merry. This is what today's about. For his gifts were big, and his gifts were bright, and his gifts were perfect, and they all brought delight. And his gifts had meaning, plus a bit of bling zing, and each and every friend loved their just right thing. All were happy, all were laughing, all were talking, all were singing. All were sharing in the season and the goodwill it was bringing. Mr. Fish joined his friends and he felt his heart lift. They had peace, joy, and love. What a very merry gift. The end. So thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed that story. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. See you around town.
Hi, my name is Owen, and I will be singing Jingle, Jingle, Jingle from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Jingle, 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 you will hear my sleigh bells ring. I am old Kris Kringle, I'm the king of jingling. Jingle, 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 through the frosty air they go. They are not just plain deer, they're the fastest deer I know. Ho, ho! You must believe that on Christmas Eve I will pass you by. I'll dash away on my magic sleigh, soaring through the sky. Jingle, 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 you'll hear my sleigh bells ring. I am old Kris Kringle, I'm the king of jingling. Ho, ho!
Good evening, North Andover. I'm Ron Carpenito, your host of the Journal and other local community events. And tonight, I'm happy to read The Night Before Christmas by Natasha Wing. And tonight's reading is brought to you by the North Andover Festival Committee. 'Twas the night before Christmas, with too much to do. Our tree wasn't up yet, and Mom had the flu. Our cookies were burned. They were presents to wrap. Mom sniffled, "What I need is a long winter's nap." But instead we drove miles to go get our tree. Last week there were millions. Now there were only 3. Dad tied the tree to our car. This will just have to do. Mom nodded glumly and sneezed, "Achoo!" We dragged in our tree through the front door. It dropped half its needles all over the floor. Just then Patrick pointed to something quite shocking. Oh no, there were holes in everyone's stockings. Instead, we hung socks by the chimney with care. I hoped that St. Nick would fill up my spare. Things will get better, I thought as I crawled into bed. Maybe visions of sugar plums will dance in my head. Instead, I lay wondering, gazing up at the moon. What on earth is a sugar plum? Is it a candy or a prune? Early the next morning, I woke up from a dream. Be careful, Harold, I heard my mom scream. Out on the lawn, there was such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see Dad on a ladder. He was strapping up lights on the rooftop and gutters, outlining the railings, the windows, and shutters. When he plugged in the cord, not a single bulb lit. Did we have extra bulbs? Yes, but none of them fit. So off to the mall our family did drive. When Dad saw the crowds, he gasped, "Sakes alive!" We searched every store, all the lights were sold out, but I found something for Grandpa, silly Gilly the trout. Finally all done with our last-minute shopping, we flew past the food court without even stopping. But I want to see Santa, Patrick said with a whine. We pushed through the crowd. Wow, what a line. It wrapped around the counters and down the first floor, then wound through kids' clothing and out the front door. After waiting for hours, at last our big chance. Santa roared, "Ho, ho, ho!" Then Patrick wet his pants. "Let's go home," we all cried, Mom, Patrick, and me. Even jolly old Dad sighed, and I said, "I agree." So on the way home, we sang the Jingle Bell song. All the whole while I was thinking nothing else could go wrong. When what to our wondering eyes should appear but a gigantic mess that was much clear. The tree was knocked over, my snow globe was shattered, ornaments were broken and tinsel was scattered. "Bad kitty," I shouted. Then Mom started to weep. "Christmas is ruined and I need some sleep." "No, it's not, my sugar plum. These things are just stuff. Christmas is all about love, and we have quite enough." He tucked Mom into bed for some much-needed rest. Then we three busy elves all gave it our best. As snow gently fell, turning the earth sparkly white, I knew in my heart Christmas would turn out just right. Dad read us a book and gave us a kiss. It was my favorite story, and it began like this. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Merry Christmas, boys and girls, moms and dads, and Merry Christmas, North Andover. Take care.
Hi, I'm Rosemary Connolly Smedili, and I'm one of the selectmen in town, and I'm honored and thrilled to read to you a story that my 3 sons loved, The Polar Express. The Polar Express, written and illustrated by Chris Van Allsburg. On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle the sheets. I breathed slowly and silently, and I was listening for a sound a friend told me I'd never hear, the ringing bells of Santa's sleigh. There is no Santa, my friend insisted, but I knew he was wrong. Late that night, I did hear sounds, though not of ringing bells. From outside came the sounds of hissing steam and squeaking metal. I looked through my window and saw a train standing perfectly still in front of my house. It was wrapped in an apron of steam. Snowflakes fell lightly around it. A conductor stood at the door in one of the cars. He took a large pocket watch from his vest, then looked up at my window. I put on my slippers and robe. I tiptoed downstairs and out the door. "All aboard!" the conductor cried out. I ran up to him. "Well," he said, "are you coming?" "Where?" I asked. "Why, to the North Pole, of course," was his answer. "This is the Polar Express." I took his outstretched hand, and he pulled me aboard. The train was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate candies with nougat centers as white as snow. We drank hot cocoa as thick and rich as melted chocolate bars. Outside, the lights of the towns and villages flickered in the distance as the Polar Express raced northward. Soon there was no more lights to be seen. We traveled through cold, dark forests where lean wolves roamed and white-tailed rabbits hid from our train as it thundered through the quiet wilderness. We climbed the mountain so high it seemed as if we could scrape the moon. But the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster, we ran along the rolling, over the peaks, and through the valleys like a car on a roller coaster. The mountains turned into hills, the hills to snow-covered plains. We crossed a barren desert of ice, the great polar ice cap. Lights appeared in the distance. They looked like the lights of a strange ocean liner sailing on a frozen sea. "There," said the conductor, "is the North Pole." The North Pole, it was a huge city, standing alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. At first we saw no elves. They were gathering at the center of the city. The conductor told us, "That is where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas." "Who receives the first gift?" we all asked. The conductor answered, "He will choose one of you." "Look," shouted one of the children, "the elves!" Outside, we saw hundreds of elves as our train drew closer to the center of the North Pole. We slowed to a crawl, so crowded were the streets with Santa's helpers. When the Polar Express could go no farther, we stopped and the conductor led us outside. We pressed through the crowd to the edge of a large open circle. In front of us stood Santa's sleigh. The reindeer were excited. They pranced and paced, ringing the silver sleigh bells that hung from their harnesses. It was a magical sound like nothing I'd ever heard. Across the circle, the elves moved apart and Santa Claus appeared. The elves cheered widely. When he marched over to us and pointed to me, "Let's have this fellow here." He jumped into his sleigh. The conductor handed me up. I sat on Santa's knee and he asked, "Now, what would you like for Christmas?" I knew that I could have any gift I could imagine, but the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was one silver bell from Santa's sleigh. When I asked Santa, Santa smiled. He then gave me a hug and told an elf to cut a bell from the reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood holding the bell high above him and called out, "The first gift of Christmas." A clock struck midnight as the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me, and I put it in my bathrobe. Pocket. The conductor helped me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the reindeers' names and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled once above us, then disappeared in the cold, dark polar sky. As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa Claus's sleigh. "Let's hurry outside and look for it," one of the children said. But the train gave a sudden lurch and started moving. We were on our way home. It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood at my doorway and waved goodbye. The conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear him. "What?" I yelled out. He cupped his hands around his mouth. "Merry Christmas!" he shouted. The Polar Express let out a loud blast from its whistle and sped away. On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small bag behind the tree. It had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was a note. "Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C." I shook the bell. It made a most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, "Oh, that's too bad." "Yes," said my father, "it's broken." When I'd shaken the bell, my parents had not heard a sound. At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it felt silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me, as it does for all of you who truly believe. Look what we have here. It's a little bag. Let's see what's in it. A silver bell. Can you hear it? Can you hear the bell? This comes from Santa's sleigh, and if you can hear the bell, it means you still believe. I can hear it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the story.
Welcome to the Holiday Stroll and Parade of Trees, a virtual event from the Stevens Coolidge Place. Local community organizations and businesses have stepped forward to sponsor and trim trees to provide much-needed joy for the holiday season at the Holiday Stroll and Parade of Trees at the Stevens Coolidge Place in North Andover. In the spirit of giving, this community event includes a food drive for neighbors in need. Due to COVID regulations and concerns for both visitor and staff safety, the attendance was limited and the event sold out. We are pleased to bring this virtual tour of the event so the greater community could enjoy the stroll via their television or computer. In a unique twist this year, visitors were asked to vote for their favorite decorated tree by bringing canned goods. All canned goods will be donated to neighbors in need to help our neighbors enjoy a holiday meal. Please enjoy the virtual tour.
You've been watching a very special presentation. It's our 2020 tree lighting ceremony here on North Andover Common, brought to you by our North Andover Festival Committee and North Andover CAM, and a whole bunch of volunteers that have come together to put this all together for you tonight. Now, if you're interested in joining North Andover CAM, you have a story idea, or you'd like to learn a new skill, come on down on Main Street and visit us. We have brand new facilities. We'd love to meet you. Find us on the web or just give us a call. We'd be happy to talk with you and tell you more about it. Now, that's going to do it for our program tonight. We want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and let's get 2021 in here as soon as possible. I'm Ron Copernito. Thanks for joining us. Take care, North Andover.